America's 10 worst states to live in. Far be it for us to dent your home state pride, but the fact is that there are ways to objectively measure quality of life, and some states do not measure up as well as others. Our quality of life category looks at factors such as violent crime rates, area attractions, healthcare and environmental quality, and other things like how pretty your highways might be. Anyway, these are the 10 worst states to live in this year. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at the top 10 worst states to live in America. Just wait till you see number 1 that we're going to be showing in this video, something you might not ever have even thought of. So make sure you watch till the end. Before we begin, make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel Trip Xtreme for more awesome top 10s. And make sure to hit that notification bell so that you know when we publish a new video. So if you're ready to see the worst states to live in, let's cut to the chase. Number 10. New Mexico. This state calls itself the land of enchantment, but by the numbers that borders on false advertising. In 2016, the most recent full year of statistics available from the FBI, New Mexico recorded the second highest violent crime rate in the country and the highest rate of property crime. Nice. In the first quarter of 2018, the Albuquerque Police Department, no less, reported a 50% increase in homicides from the year before. Wow! New Mexico had the 4th highest rate of drug deaths in the United States last year, and more than 22% of its children live in poverty. Quality of life score, 113 out of 300 points, grade F. Weaknesses, crime, notoriously, and health. Strengths, attractions, and air quality. Hope those attractions aren't anything dire. Quality of life rank, 9th worst, which is a tie, which is nice. Equal 9th, also a tie, is Mississippi. One of this state's most famous natives was Elvis Presley, who was known to have a penchant for peanut butter, bacon and banana sandwiches. Oh, and women. Too many Mississippians appear to be following his example. Mississippi has the second highest obesity rate in the nation. Mississippi had the nation's highest cardiovascular death rate in 2017 and the second highest rate of cancer deaths. Also last year, Gallup found Mississippi had among the highest levels of economic anxiety, whatever that is, in the nation. The Magnolia State takes its nickname from a sturdy, robust tree that is abundant in the state. Mississippians might want to look around themselves for some inspiration. Quality of life score, 111 out of 300 points, grade F. Weaknesses, health, as we mentioned earlier, inclusiveness, and bananas. Strength, low crime and air quality. Maybe they go hand in hand. Quality of life rank, 7th worst. Tied for 9th is South Carolina. Today it is known as the Palmetto State, and tourists flock to its 187 miles of coastline, historic sites, and a fixture of cultures. But the state loses points due to, well, a high crime rate. In addition, South Carolina is one of America's unhealthiest states, not peanut butter again, with one of the highest incidences of diabetes in the nation. Too much sweet stuff. Quality of life score, 111 out of 300 points, a grade F yet again. Weaknesses, health, high crime. Strengths, attractions, and air quality. Quality of life rank, 15th worst. And now at 7, Oklahoma. Oklahoma, just like the musical, has the 4th highest rate of on-the-job deaths in the nation, according to the US Bureau of Labor Statistics. The state also has a high obesity rate. Regular exercise does loads to improve general well-being and quality of life, yet only about half of Oklahomans report that they exercise frequently or even at all, or even if they own a pair of trainers. Quality of life score, 106 out of 300 points. Yes, you guessed it, grade F. Weaknesses, health, lack of trainers, high crime, and lack of inclusiveness. Strength, air quality? Quality of life rank, 3rd worst. At 6, it's Missouri. Missouri has one of the highest rates of violent crime in the nation. In 2017, the state reported 600 murders, an 11% increase from the year before. Missouri could also stand to show some more inclusiveness. According to the National Conference of State Legislators, the state lacks protections against discrimination for LGBT people, as well as discrimination laws related to employment, including protections for age and marital status. Quality of life score 101 out of 300 points. Yes, a grade F. Weaknesses: high crime, health, lack of inclusiveness. Strength, air quality. Quality of life rank 5th worst. And now in at number 5, Indiana. The crossroads of America is not known for its tolerance of the cross-section of Americans who live and work there. After intense outcry from business leaders and others, the state in 2015 adjusted the deeply controversial Religious Freedom Restoration Act soon after it was signed into law by then-Governor Mike Pence. The changes, also approved by Pence, helped ease fears that the law could be used to justify discrimination. But Indiana still lacks explicit protections against discrimination on the basis of sexual orientation, gender identity, age, or marital status. Quality of life score 100 out of 300 points, grade F. Yes, I thought you'd say that. Weaknesses: lack of inclusiveness, and health, and probably discrimination. And strengths: well, attractions. Quality of life rank 6th worst. Now at number 4, it's Tennessee. With the 5th highest violent crime rate in the nation, the volunteer state could still use some people to step up and start a neighborhood watch program. They might also want to volunteer for a smoking cessation program to help address the state's alarmingly high rate of premature deaths. According to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, for every 100,000 people in Tennessee, nearly 9,500 people die before the age of 75. That is more than 30% higher than the national rate. And with no statewide anti-discrimination protections based on marital status, sexual orientation, or gender identity, the state could stand to be more welcoming. That's an understatement. Quality of life score 96 out of 300 points. Yes, it's a grade F. Weaknesses: crime, health, lack of inclusiveness, and strengths: attractions and air quality. Quality of life rank 9th worst. Now into the top 3. At 3, it's Alabama. Alabama has one of the highest crime rates in the nation, once again, the lowest concentration of mental health providers, and no statewide protections against discrimination of any sort. Even so, Alabamans, or as some prefer, Alabamians, are feeling a bit better about their lot in life this year versus 1 year ago, with nearly 2/3 telling Gallup they feel active and productive. Great. That helps the state improve on its last place ranking in this category last year, even though they must have been listening, and even though Alabamans don't exactly practice what they preach. Fewer than half say they exercise frequently and probably don't own a pair of trainers. Quality of life score 87 out of 300 points. It's a grade F. Weaknesses: high crime, health, lack of inclusiveness and no trainers. Strength, air quality, and quality of life rank, it's worst in the nation. Well done, Alabama. Now at number 2, it's Louisiana. How's Bayou? Not so good in Louisiana, one of the fattest states in the country. Really, with the highest rate of infectious disease, according to the United Health Foundation. The state suffers from high crime and pollution, burger eating, plus a fair amount of economic anxiety, which you would expect, scoring just 1 out of 25 on Gallup's 2017 Economic Confidence Index. And despite anything you might have heard or seen on Bourbon Street, the state lags in inclusiveness, with no protections against discrimination based on marital status, sexual orientation, or gender identity. Once again. Quality of life score 82 out of 300 points. Go on, do you want to tell it? Grade F. Weaknesses: health, high crime, and strength: attractions. Quality of life rank 2nd worst. And finally, at number 1, Arkansas. Arkansas calls itself the land of opportunity, but some might beg to differ. While the state does provide protections against discrimination based on race, sex, religion, and national origin, it lacks such protections based on sexual orientation, gender identity, marital status, and age. Well, it sounds familiar, doesn't it? And it is one of only 3 states that bars localities from enacting wider protections of their own. According to the most recent study by the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, more than 16% of Arkansans reported frequent mental distress. That is the 2nd highest rate in the nation. I wonder who's first. Quality of life score, just 81 out of 300 points. And guess what? Yes, you have guessed it, it's a grade F. Weaknesses: lack of inclusiveness, health and high crime, and strength, well, it's air quality. And finally, the quality of life rank 4th worst. And there you have America's 10 worst states to live in. What an eye-opener! Did you like what you saw? Let us know then in the comments down below, and share this video with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel Trip Xtreme for more fantastic top 10 lists. See you next time!